Hi, Tom Panos here from News Limited. Want to talk to you about a very important thing you've got to do if you're an auction agent in 2012, if you're not doing it already, and that is the pre-auction buyer meeting. We all know that the best agents have reserve meetings with their vendors and have weekly vendor meetings to educate a vendor onto the reality of the marketplace. But I've got to tell you, the best of the best, the Smart Brigade, the super sharp real estate agents in 2012 are making it standard part of their auction protocol to have a buyer meeting with their buyers prior to auction, 1, 2, 3 days before the auction. It gives you a great opportunity to get eyeball to eyeball, one-on-one with a buyer and find out their level of interest. And at the same time, you can actually influence and educate those buyers as to what to expect on auction day. And the more interaction and the more eyeball to eyeball meetings you have with these buyers means that you're going to have far more knowledge to work out what your day strategy on auction day is going to be. You're going to know your buyers far more intimately. So many times as an auctioneer, I rock up and there is a total disconnect between the agent and the expectation of how many buyers are going to show up. Many times there are calls being made at the last minute to see where this buyer is. And I can tell you, had you had a buyer meeting prior to auction, it would have eliminated a lot of those challenges. What are the things that you talk about at a buyer meeting prior to auction? Number one, talk about what's going to happen on the day. Number two, talk about the process. You need to bring your license to register. So basically just go through the rules. Number three, give them some tips on how you've seen really good bidders win property. They're going to appreciate that, and you're also going to be able to help them, guide them, and that's going to give you a lot more connection with that buyer. You can also educate them on what's been happening in the market in the last couple of weeks, because a lot of times buyers come in to an auction and have got a disconnect with the price they've got to be paying. A lot of the times they're expecting to pay less than what the vendor is going to expect to take on the day. And you have an opportunity at these buyer meetings to go over comparable sales and educate buyers up. So why don't you make that one of your critical behaviours in 2012, and that is every auction you will have buyer meetings with your best buyers. Thank you. This has been Tom Panos from News Limited.